In other words, I'm able to sell more of this microsilver spray faster and quicker than I am able to sell the Fountain of Life. So I'm comparing, when I first was selling FOL to what I'm selling right now. Again, both are selling like crazy and amazingly well. However, I do find that because of the price point, and you'll see why after this training call, that the microsilver spray is selling so quickly. But I also know that for some people, they might not, again, with a new product, perhaps know what to focus on or what to talk about with the spray, and not really know how to convey the proper important key things about this product. And today's training was really just two parts, really. One was just more about not what is MicroSilver BG, because I think all of us now, being on so many training calls, knows what this product kind of is. It's more about, well, how can we be effective in selling or sharing this product, right? And the one thing that you want to keep in mind is that what I'm going to show you today might not be necessarily what corporate can show you, because always keep in mind, right, corporate, because they're a Canadian company, they have to work amongst the corporate guidelines. They must always be proper, right by the books, and they might not be able to say certain things. And so, for example, we all know that this product is antiviral, right? We've all seen it, we've all heard it, we saw the results, and you can say that in Germany, but can we expect a company to go and put on the website, to put into marketing flyers as antiviral? They cannot do that because they're a Canadian company, right? And so, however, we as distributors have a little bit of a leeway, because we can always reference third-party information. Does that make sense? So we might not be able to share or say things coming from us, but we can always share really powerful third-party, sort of resources. And that's what I have been doing when I go and talk to people. And so let me just first start by saying that what's really important in this business, to set your mind straight when it comes to how I am actually promoting and selling this product, is number one, everyone is on your list. What do I mean by that? And I love Rico. I can see his head going down in energy. They're already taking notes already. It always reminds me to remind you guys, please take some notes down, because again, in my lifetime of going to attending trainings, for some reason, when you take notes, things tend to stay in your mind a lot more and become a lot more concrete for you. But anyways, training, one of the important things is the mindset, right? And it doesn't matter if you're talking to thousands of people about Fountain of Life, because with this product, with a brand new product, think about this, right? Everyone goes back on your list again. I can't stress how important this is. It doesn't matter if you talked to someone before about Fountain of Life. This is a brand new product. So whenever a company launches a brand new product, guess what? Your list you had is all empty. It's a brand new list, and everyone goes back onto that list, right? And one thing that I was doing this training yesterday with my Israel team, and I had to ask a question. It's kind of funny. How many of you, and if you don't mind just putting your answer in the chat box, right? But how many of you, when you initially got started into this business, at some point in time, maybe you thought, you know what, all I'm gonna do is share this products, whether it's Fountain of Life or it was the Flawless or something. You thought, I'm gonna share this product with my friends and family, and we'll just about it, right? So if that was you, just say I or say me, because I think a lot of people, perhaps, again, I see Rama, first one to say me. Thank you for being honest, Rama. And I'm guilty too. I think when I first got started in my first MLM company, right away I'm thinking, I'm gonna talk to all my friends and family. It's gonna be the easiest thing to do. And that's kind of it, right? We all kind of think, let's talk to friends and family. But let me ask you a question, right? Any business owner who starts a business, right? Whether it's a restaurant, whether it's a bubble tea store, whether it's the nearest, Hokkien mee, or any kind of, if they're selling, what's that famous chicken store in the Philippines, Jolly Beans, right? Any business owner that starts any kind of a business, right? Do you think when they open that store, they think, you know what, I'm only going to sell to my friends and family? you know, like no business owner in the world opens a business just thinking, I'm only going to share this with my friends and family, right? That is just silly, right? They're thinking, I'm going to share this with, I want to sell this to as many people in the world as possible. So not just your warm market, but your cold market. And so I just want to correct the mindset that if you're here thinking, you know what, I'm just going to share with a few friends and family. Yeah, I mean, you definitely can, but don't expect to build yourself a multi-million-dollar business on that, because no business owner would do that, right? So that's the first thing, to get a mindset straight, that this product here, it's about having your list, actually still adding names to your list. Or have you gotten to a point in your business where you're not adding new people to your list? And in Israel right now, they have the same issue we're having right now in Toronto, which is we have a lockdown. Uh, not only do we have a lockdown, we have a curfew. So it's almost, yeah, it's almost like an army came in. It feels this way because we cannot, number one, leave our house except for groceries and essential stuff like seeing a doctor, whatever it is. And beyond that, if you're even caught driving outside, they're actually policing this. They're going to stop you and ask you, what are you driving for? So whenever I go out, if I do go out, I always make sure I have a grocery bag with with some canned food in my trunk. So they ask me, where did I go? I can say, I was just buying groceries, right? So anyways, it's kind of sad. But so we have this issue where we can't even go out to go in, networking events like we used to. Now, I think in Singapore and the Philippines, you might have a similar thing. So I'm going to teach you guys today how you can still be adding to your list even when you're at home. So if you're ready for this, I'm going to share with you some secrets, right? And to share the secret, I'm going to share you a story. Same with the UK. Thank you, Nancy. Yes, and Leah says, how many groceries ready in the trunk? Yeah. So where was I now? Yes, it's coming back to me. So by the way, I went to bed at 2 in the morning last night. I was chatting with Aaron. We were doing some international expansion, and I woke up at 7 this morning. So I'm still kind of a little bit groggy right now. So where was I? We're talking about that. That was covered.
Adding to your
Yes.
list
So
even when you're at home.
yes, and the story I was going to share with you guys, right? So, how many of you guys know Dr. Henry in the company, or you heard of our Chinese TCM Henry, right? So he is, again, I'll share a little bit about how I met Henry, because Henry is in Toronto now for the past over 20 years, has run a naturopath store. He is a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner here in Richmond Hill, and he has been a really famous TCM. In fact, I didn't really realize how famous he was even until recently, because recently I still get people who ask me, oh, actually I met a gentleman named Henry. He's a really smart guy. I trust everything he says, and it's like, wow, like I didn't even know people knew Henry that when I met him. But the reason why Henry, how I introduced Henry into the business, who wants to know that story? How did I introduce Henry, who's this 20 plus veteran year of TCM, and already knows of every product in the world? How I got him into the business? You guys curious about this? Well, here's the story. So I was in the head office in Toronto in 2019, something like that, about 2.5 years ago, and I was actually doing a training with one of my other leaders, not even just a regular, new member, but actual a veteran. And this person has spent more time in MLM than I have, but I was training him, of course. And because his question was, Rene, where do you go and find all your contacts? I'm like, yeah, I don't want to say their name, but I said, they're everywhere. They're everywhere, right? And I'm like, just go on Google Maps. And he's like, what are you talking about? Ideal candidate for these kind of products, right? Naturopaths, hair salons, spas, massage therapists, acupuncturists, health food stores, all these kinds of people, right? And so, anyways, I said, go to your phone and here, I'll show you. So I opened my phone. I just typed in naturopath, and the nearest business to our company's office, that's where we're located because it's by your location on the GPS, was Henry's store called Seiji Canada. I said, watch, I'm just gonna call this person. So I just pressed dial, and then cause I had done it before, I was showing him, and of course, so Henry picks up the phone. I say, hi, good morning. My name is Rene Liaw. Are you the owner of Seiji Canada? Because I could see the name of the place on Google Maps. I said, are you the owner of Seiji Canada? He says, oh, yes, I am. My name is Henry. I said, oh, well, good morning. My name is Rene Liaw, and I am calling to present the newest product that launched in Canada. We just got our Health Canada approval NPN number. It is called the Fountain of Life, and it's based on lignans. Have you heard about lignans before? Because I like to ask questions like, have you heard of lignans? Because for someone like that who probably already knows a lot about all kinds of supplements and health products and different machinery you can use, I figured he might not know about lignans. That might be my entry point to try to impress him that we have something that maybe he hasn't heard about before. And I know most people haven't heard about lignans. So he says, no, what is lignans? So I kind of explained quickly, high level, it's in all our foods, but we found the number one source, spruce tree, the special tree. And I said, if I come by to your store and information and testimonials and let you sample the product. And so that's what I said, all within like less than a minute. And he said, sure, come on by. So I made an appointment, went there. I brought my bottles, I brought my flyers, I brought my brochures, I brought of course, the bottles. And I basically told him, I said, by the way, so in long story short, he wanted to buy 6 bottles. And I said, oh, just FYI, just for information, we have a promotion. If you buy 12 bottles, you get 1 free. So he bought 13 bottles in the end. And long story short, I had to go to Singapore to go and do a meeting, and actually the Philippines at the same time. So I left. So this was before Philippines, it was only Singapore. And long story short, today, he is now a lifestyle director of 3, has a team of about over 600 people, I think well over that now, has opened up the China market, the Hong Kong market. And he probably, that's something I asked him, I said, how much do you make just on sales? And he was pushing over 10,000 a month just on selling the product. But the way that I met Henry, again, is I went to Google Maps and I typed in naturopath. Now, let me ask you a question, right? For FOL, I would Google search things like naturopaths, nail spas, salons, any kind of a spa, like hair barbers, TCMs or natural food stores, right? Because that's really your target. But let me ask you a question: who would be your target when it comes to who would be interested in the MicroSilver spray? And there's only one answer for this, one word. Who would be your target? If you know the answer, write down your answer in the chat box. It should only be one answer for this product. If you understand this product, it will only be, who would be your candidate? Yes, the answer. That's the answer. If you know it, type it in, everyone. Come on, guys, right? So I hope you understand. It's everyone, like everyone that opens a store, opens a business, could be your potential client, right? Because they want to spray the door handles, right? How many businesses have a POS system? Oh my God, if you're still taking only cash, I mean, most businesses have the POS system, right? You have to tap something or punch in some numbers, right? They want to spray that stuff down with your sprays, right? They want to spray the door handles. They want to spray, their area, right? Every day they're just spraying alcohol and they're breathing it in, right? So my point is, if you're having this mind block where, okay, I'm stuck, who do I talk to? My goodness, right now, it's a buffet. Do you know what buffet means? buffet means all all you can eat, right? It is a buffet right now. I mean, like there's so everyone is your possible contact, right? But here's the thing, right? When you go to a buffet, does someone grab your food and bring it to your table for you and serve you the food? Or do you have to go and walk to the buffet and get your own dang food, right? Yeah, right? I've never seen a buffet where they're like, what do you want to eat? And they're gonna go pick your crab legs for you and your shrimp and your mussels and oysters. And I'm getting hungry. I haven't had breakfast yet, and drop the food to your plate to your table, right? Do you think that these stores are gonna suddenly call you and say, hey Rene, I need some microsilver spray? It's not going to happen. What do we have to do? We have to be the ones to pick up the phone and call the stores. We have to be the ones to walk to the buffet and grab our food. Does that make sense, guys? If it makes sense, please say it makes sense, right? Because again, folks, in this business, it's simple. This product is the easiest thing to sell. But again, it's a buffet, as I said. The world is your oyster right now. But again, we cannot expect someone to deliver the plate of food to your table. We must go there. We must make the phone call. All right. But of course, I understand that there's fear sometimes. There's fear. It's false evidence appearing real. Right? We have this, why do you have this fear of calling? Rejection, right? Do you think others get rejected when they make phone calls? Of course they do, right? But here's one fact about fear. Fear always, a fact, F-A-C-T, fear always creates troubles, always clouds the truth. The truth is there's something to be scared about. Because look, if you don't call, who's going to call? Someone else will, right? And if someone else calls, do you think that they're going to guarantee get a yes on every call that they make? No. So why not you call? So if someone's going to call, might as well be you, because at least you have a chance of making a sale, right? Imagine if I didn't call Henry and someone else did. So again, fear, false evidence appearing real. And here's a fact about fear. Fear always clouds the truth. All these made up stories in our mind of why we shouldn't call, right? So anyways, I hope that for this morning, your evening, has set the right mindset in terms of how we want to do this. So if I were you guys, it is a buffet. Right? Imagine you're the first one in the buffet, the doors just open, you just sat down, and they released the snow crab. That's why I love seafood. They release the snow crab legs at the table, right? What are you gonna do? You're gonna run as fast as you can without hurting someone else to get the fresh snow crab legs. Now I'm getting hungry right now, and you want to grab your share first, right, before someone else does. So I hope you guys go and get your share of the buffet. And but now, of course, we're gonna move on and change dials here and talk about, well, what do I say when I call someone and I want to share a little bit again about the microsilver spray, right? And so I'm gonna share you guys a few links of what I would share as well too. But over the phone, I'm gonna give you guys a real simple script, really just off my head because I'm just used to doing this by now already, of what I would say. So if you want to get my script down, you might want to write this down. I would call the store, same thing, and again say, hi, good morning. My name is Rene. Are you the owner of Pizza? I don't know. Funny story. One night I was really hungry and I wanted to order chicken wings, and I found this new store called Chicken. I was like, wow, there's a new store by my house. I knew all the chicken wing stores around my area, and this new store was called Chicken. I was like, wow, there's a new chicken store. So I ordered chicken wings. Lo and behold, here comes my order of chicken wings, and it was packaged inside a pizza box. So this pizza store, which is like actually false marketing, put chicken wings in the pizza packaging. Anyways, it's actually not right, and I got a full refund, but it was still good. Anyways, I'll call the store Pizza or Chicken, whatever it is, and hi, my name is Rene Liaw. Are you the owner of Pizza? Well, yes, I am. Well, again, thank you so much. My name is Rene, and I represent a brand new product that is being used in many of the stores in Canada. It's called the MicroSilver BG spray. Can I ask you a question? Do you currently use alcohol sanitizers or gels in your store? Ah, that's the opening. Do you currently use alcohol sanitizers or sprays in your store? What do you think the answer is going to be? Type it down for me. it's, it's yes, right? I mean, legally, they have to use it. If they're not using it, they're going to lie about everyone is using it, guaranteed, right? So, because a little tip for you guys in sales, you actually want to get people to say yes in a sales. So if anyone ever knocked on your door when it was still legal back in the days, they were designed to ask, they have like 10 scripts ready to ask you, and they're all designed to get a yes. Now, knocking on the door, hi, do you live here? Yes. Are you the owner of this house? Yes. Right. So, do you believe in higher education for children? Yes, because they sell encyclopedias, right? Do you believe children should get better, support at home for, dictionaries? Yes, right. So, all these they're designed to question you to get yes. So, same thing. Do you currently use alcohol sanitizers or gels in your store? Yes, right. And then I would say that's fantastic. And do you also not like the fact that in the current sprays they use a lot of alcohol that, or are you aware? Ask, ask it this way: are you aware that these products have a lot of alcohol and is basically bad for your health and can dry your skin? And after 2 minutes, when the alcohol dissipates, it's now useless. There's no. So again, I would ask them: are you aware? That's the question. Are you aware that these products use alcohol, which is bad for your health and can cause drying of the skin? It might be inhaled, and that the effect goes away after 2 minutes when it dissipates. And most of the time, what do you think the answer will be? They will say, yes, I'm aware of that. Yeah, I know that it uses alcohol. I know that the effect goes away. And I would just say, well, we have a brand new product. And so here's the delivery line. Again, I'm just kind of going off my head, but it can sound, there's like a key points that you want to mention and say it in your own way, right? We have a brand new product that just came out that kills the same 99.9% of the viruses and bacteria. So the key thing is you want to mention it does the same killing of the bacteria and viruses. And you can say viruses for, all right, reps, right? And we have third-party media to back it, right? So we have this new product in Canada that kills the same amount of bacteria, germs, and viruses as your spray does. However, it's all natural. It's designed in Germany, has over 85 patents, and it can keep killing for up to 2 weeks. That's the delivery line, your sales pitch, in less than 20 seconds of what the MicroSilver spray is, right? So one more time, I would just say that we have a brand new product in Canada, and it can still kill the same 99.9% viruses, bacteria, and germs that yours can, that the regular sprays can, except that there's no alcohol. It's a very special technology from Germany, over 85 patents, and it can keep killing for up to 2 weeks. So you spray it less often. And I would then say, I would love to come to pay you a visit and show you some information and show you some more research. So usually what I try to do then is I try to create a meeting. Now, if they're not at the store because maybe they're closed, I would then arrange to send them information. Okay, so can I send you some more information via email or via messages, right? And so usually, so my whole point is that is the opening line. Does that make sense, guys? The key is we want to add a contact to your list. you might not have to make the sale right away, but in my experience, whenever I go pick up food, like how many of you guys still get takeout from the stores? I don't know. You might go buy dry something for takeout. Literally every store owner I've gone to since now, I've already sold out. I have backed up orders because you know how we do the pre-orders. I have sales to deliver a product I don't even have right now. So you know, I literally I went to go buy sushi the other day, and again, I've known these guys for about a year and a bit, and literally when I went to the sushi, I picked up my sushi. I said, "Oh, by the way, do you know this product on your it's on his front of his you go to the store, just sell it through you through this one gap in their store. It's in the mall, right? So they have these booths in the mall, and then they have the POS system sort of blocking the entrance, and they're working in the back. So they give you the food, but in the front where they have the POS system and the computer, they had their usual alcohol spray. So I said, oh, by the way, you know this product here, it's really bad for your health. There's alcohol. I said, my company has a brand new product that kills the same 99.9%, but it can keep killing for up to 2 weeks. So you don't have to keep on spraying. It's bad for your skin, dries your skin. So it's the same thing that I just told you in my script, but really it was like less than like 15 seconds that I was explaining to him what my spray was. He goes, well, how much is it? I said, well, basically what I said, because a lot of people will ask, how much is this spray, right? What I told them was that, well, from our calculations, it's going to be about the same price as your spray or less because you're not spraying it every few seconds, every single time you see someone. I said, it's a one bottle, it's about $30 is what I said, right? And he says, oh, you know what? I'll take 4. Literally, that conversation was not even longer than a minute. It was literally less than 1 minute, and boom, I had already sold 4 bottles. One of my other friends that it's really sad, but well, so he's actually seeing me today. He actually owns, you know, in Asia, it's really popular in Asia, not in Toronto, but they have these businesses where you bring your kids there and they play in those, you know, those like those bubble things, like those balls. You dive in, you can, I don't know the heck that thing is called, but you dive in, you throw balls around and can, it's like a swimming pool of balls, right? And the slides and stuff. So his rent on this location is 20,000 Canadian per month, the rent. They put in about $500,000 renovation, stocking all the slides thing, you know, this oven. And he opened it just before COVID came. So can you imagine like how detrimental his business was, right? He's bleeding right now, but again, they're hanging on. Luckily, they're quite wealthy in anyway, so they're hanging on. But the moment I showed him again the spray, his name is Nick. Right away, Rene, you know, can I buy it in bulk? I said, well, we're selling them in 6s right now. I said, I'll take 2 of them because he wants to spray down again. Like he's spending so much money spraying things down. This spray is really beneficial, right? So anyways, my whole point though is as long as you're talking about this product, you will get sales, right? And for me, FOL and the MicroSilver spray, they both sell well. I just find that my closing ratio of the spray is even higher than Fountain of Life, all right? So at some point in time, they might want to have to share some information, right? I'm gonna share with you guys a few links that I would share, all right? So can I have a sip of coffee, guys? If it's okay, please type yes in your message if I can have. Oh, yes, it's a homemade Starbucks. Oh yeah, funny story. I went to Italy with my wife we had a business event there. And my wife buys those travel books that tell you what you should buy when you go travel to this country. And the book said, buy this special coffee bean. You know, it's like a special Italian coffee bean, only sold in Italy. And so we bought like 10 bags of it. And we came home, we realized, oh my goodness, we don't even have a grinder. Like these are actual beans, right? So we didn't have a grinder. So then I thought about buying those like traditional grinding in the presses. And then we had to spend like $3,000 on this fancy machine that can grind, because I know I grind it myself. But anyway, so I have this great grinder of beans now. Anyways, totally irrelevant, but I like to share stories. So here is some things that I would share with people. All right. Again, I must re-emphasize that we are sharing third-party links. Does that make sense? We're not saying this, so we are covered, right? The company can't say these things because they are a Canadian company, and again, they had to follow a certain set of rules that are different than us, right? So because if they were to share these links publicly on their website, it might be misleading to marketing agencies and to the government. But we sharing it is okay because we're just giving third-party links, right? Like you can go Google it yourself. So one thing that I love to share is this one over here. Is that, so again, MicroSilver BG is what we have as an ingredient. That's what our spray is made of, MicroSilver BG, right? Baogate is the manufacturers. Proves effective versus COVID-19 and other viruses, right? Because a lot of these store owners, what they care about is, okay, well, is this effective not just against viruses, but particularly which virus? COVID-19, right? And so what I tell people is that our product is already in the news. It is, because MicroSilver BG is our product. It's already in the news. Does that make sense, guys? And so you can see here, so MicroSilver BG by Baogate AG was recently proven in a screening test by a certified laboratory in Germany to be effective against enveloped viruses in various product applications. So if you don't know this, COVID-19 is an enveloped virus. So some viruses can travel without being in a casing. COVID-19, but the thing is, those kind of viruses cannot transfer by air because they're not protected by a casing, right? They're usually transferred by, someone sneezing onto you, or literally like something extreme, or you eating the same sandwich that they ate, something extreme where it's more like direct, right? Whereas enveloped viruses, and why COVID spread so quickly, is because they're encased in this shell that can survive in the air until you touch it, right? And so the test that they did on MicroSilver BG was, you can see here, the family of enveloped viruses include the current coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2, SARS itself, and MERS, and even the A-type flus, right? And so, so there's different kind of things that were tested using MicroSilver BG. Long story short, the whole thing is that this article just talks, it says that MicroSilver BG has proved very effective against enveloped viruses like COVID. So the COVID-19 pandemic and its rapid spread has shown how important the use of antiviral and antibacterial products has become, in their daily life. And this is from, I guess one of the owners, the CEO of the MicroSilver. But my whole point though is, you don't have to explain all this stuff here. What people want to see is this main headline, right? Which is that MicroSilver BG proves effective versus COVID-19 and the viruses. So that's one link that I do share with people. And usually when they see that, they're sold already. They're like, wow, right? Does that make sense, guys? Okay. And so, and the other link that I share with people that's really quite interesting is that, and you might actually know this, but when the MicroSilver, when silver in general kills the bacteria or the virus, it had this ability to keep killing the next virus. It is called the zombie effect. So over here is an article that shows. So this is actually what the bacteria looks like, because the way that silver kills bacteria, I don't know if you actually know this or not, but I can show you right now how silver kills bacteria, and you understand the photo I just showed you. Is that, so here's a good diagram. I'm going to make it a bit bigger here. So silver, so Ag is just the scientific name, like on the chemistry chart. What's that chart called? Man, I suck at chemistry. You know, chemistry they have this chart of all the different things. Anyway, silver is one of the items on that chart. What the heck is that chart called? The medical chart? No, the
Scientific table.
you see, Rico always has the answers for me. The scientific table. He's probably laughing in his mind. I don't know that. Yeah, so the scientific table.
The
Anyway, on that
periodic table.
table,
Sorry, that's periodic table.
the
Yes.
period. Thank you. Yeah. So he even corrected me afterwards. The periodic table. Yeah. So the periodic table. Uh, so again, silver is on that table, and Ag is just the scientific periodic table name of silver. So MicroSilver BG is a type of Ag. Just it's so again, last night on the product call, you learned colloidal silver is nano silver. We are different. We are microsilver. It's still silver, just that the size of the silver is different, right? And so the silver, what it does here is it binds to the bacterial cell wall. So silver is really smart. Silver does not target the good cells in your body. It only targets foreign cells like bacteria and viruses. Make sense? Okay. So what it does is it actually binds to the bacterial wall, okay, blocking transport of substances in and out of the cell. What that means is it does not allow the bacteria to infect your what? Your other cells, right? So number two, silver, so the silver that was sitting on the surface of the bacteria, number two, silver ions are transported into the bacterial cell where they block the respiratory system, destroying the energy production. All cells require energy, right? That's kind of basic kind of science here, right? So it destroys the respiratory system, meaning it destroys the energy production, all right? And number three, so again, the cell becomes dead basically. But number three, in the bacterial cell, silver ions interact with the DNA and inhibit bacterial cell division, stopping replication. So it stops the bacteria essentially from replicating. All right. So that's how silver works. And it's really smart. And it's been like a wonder of awe for for probably decades now as to why the silver is smart enough to only target viruses and bacteria, right? So that's why it's been used for a lot of stomach infections or, or for gut health, because it can target the bad bacteria that's sitting in your stomach, right? Anyway, that's a different topic. My whole point though is that's what it looks like, I guess, from a scientific, from like a Rico, help me out here. So early morning, how they zoom in, the microscopic view of of the cell. Oh my goodness, yeah. So that's what it looks like when the silver ions have, so again, have penetrated into the bacteria, right? So you can see here the white spots are visible as the silver that's inside the cell now. But the cool thing though about this is, look at this. Bacteria killed by silver stored in their cells, making them deadly to other bacteria. So the cool thing is that the bacteria, like the viruses or the bacteria that's killed, right? Let's say someone touches the POS system. The cool thing is that it becomes effective at killing what? The next bacteria. So it's kind of building out this army for you over time, right? And so, I like to share these two links with people because they kind of understand like the power of 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 our product. And if you want these links, I've already made this little bit of a document that I was sort of working on. And I was actually going to send this document. I've already sent it actually to a lot of my contacts, but I put the links to my articles here already. So the zombie effect, the COVID article. This is one just talking, this one here is a really quick one. This one just talks about how, MicroSilver BG, a novel pure silver antimicrobial with highly porous and micro-sized particles. Just another thing on ResearchGate. And then, I found this one thing about MicroSilver BG. This is the MicroSilver BG that we use in our product, and it has all these cool like approvals, from EU, REACH pre-registered, FDA master file, EPA USA, EcoCert, Cosmos, NPA patented, the ISO name. So it just looks fancy, and it's literally what we use in our product. So I had this one article, and I just pasted from the trainings that we had, of course, the what they shared on. And I do like to share other key things with my prospect, such as that it can keep killing. Um, for example, I talk about the fact that it can keep killing, even MVA. So if you don't know what MVA is, going back to here, so MVA is just another sort of enveloped virus. So, so a lot of the vaccines, they didn't even actually have to use COVID to create the vaccine. What they did was they found anything that is encased in a protein shell, like enveloped. So the technology was, can they break? The vaccine's purpose is to break that casing. Okay, well, not all the vaccines do the same way, but the Pfizer vaccine and the Moderna vaccine, what they try to do is they try to break the casing of the virus, and that's, so again, really they don't have to have coronavirus, as long as they can break that shell, then it can basically destroy the virus essentially. But anyways, they all test on MVA, which is like a modified vaccina, and it's essentially what COVID is probably from. So if you ever go and Google MVA virus, like COVID thing, you'll see that you can read more about MVA. But anyway, so that's what it was sort of based upon. But the key word I focus on here is that even after 2 weeks, it's still killing the 99.9%. So again, don't forget, the people you're talking to are not going to be scientists, right? The people you're talking to really just want to see the important things, which is it can kill even 99.9% even after 2 weeks, and the fact that it's being used in the buses in Germany, right? And I always focus on this part here. Look here, so on seat 5, before the spray, there was 23,000. Maybe I can make this bigger for you guys, because it looks kind of small. Can I zoom this? No, I can't. Anyways, that before, oh, maybe I can. So again, before the spray, it was 23,876 germs. After the spray, it went down to 308. Now, of course, the buses go out again, right? So 4 days later, of course, there's going to become more viruses. People are going on the buses and just still touching stuff, right? But then, funny enough, after about 7 days or 8 days, it dropped again because it's still killing the viruses and bacteria. So that just shows the long-term effect of the microsilver. So really, I'm going to share this document with you guys. Where's my share copy link? And I'm going to paste it into the group chat for all of you guys to have, and hope you guys find that useful for yourselves. And that's literally what, so the thing is, that just covers with what I share with people when I talk about the microsilver sprays. And literally, I have been selling more sprays than I have at the same time compared to when I was selling FL. They both sell really well. I'm just saying I sell a higher ratio, the higher closing ratio when it comes to the microsilver stuff. So again, now, would I go and post this stuff on Facebook? I'm really careful with what I post, because we're not the only company that is selling MicroSilver BG, right? We're really the first ones to the market. And again, it's actually a good thing when you have, in some cases with this kind of a product, when you have other people selling microsilver too. There are other companies, but again, question for you, right? Would you recommend a product that has microsilver that you can make money on, or the one that you can't make money on? right? You're obviously going to share the product that you can make money on. So you can make money with our very microsilver BG. You can't make money promoting other products, right? And think about it, if someone wants to buy microsilver spray or something, either they're going to buy it from someone else, or what? or they're gonna buy it from you, right? Which one do you prefer? For them to buy from a stranger or for them to buy from you? Of course, buy it from you, right? And so pricing wise, we are very competitive on our pricing, because most of what I've seen, they're charging more per bottles, for the same. Not again. By the way, be on next Monday's product training call, because I learned that even though other companies say that they might have MicroSilver BG in their product, they don't actually have the same amount of MicroSilver BG in their product. So even the amount that, so we used, a much higher quantity of microsilver. So you might see microsilver BG in the marketplace. In fact, I actually believe as the years go on, you're going to see more and more microsilver in the marketplace. You know, I mean, there's clothing companies, and you want to talk about this because it promotes the importance of silver, right? So they have companies like, I think, like some sporting companies that put silver lining in your clothing because it helps to keep the odor away, right? And so it's already being used. Um, so, but the great thing though again is even if it was the same pricing, let's say, right? The fact that if you did the sale, right, we're getting CV on this. So if you push the sales from, of course, from one of your downlines, if you can read between the lines, right? Um, Not only are you, even it's the same price as what you're selling outside, you're still getting a CD, right? You're getting car bonuses, you're getting MGRS, you're getting, all these additional, you're getting the binary commissions, right? So that stuff you don't get with other, of course, products. But not just that though, we are, of course, have a much higher quality version, the highest quality version. If you know our CEO, he only makes the best of the best, right? So anyhow, that's just really what I want to share is my secrets as to how I've been really effective out there. And again, just want to really remind you guys, what should you be doing right now on Google Maps? I mean, it is a buffet right now, right? And even the stores that you called that might not be open, most of the owners have, in the meantime, call forwarded their store number back to their cell phones, right? So the whole goal here, guys, just to reiterate, the goal is to keep calling and keep adding contacts onto your list, your forensic box. You want to keep calling, because you know you might not get the sale the first time you call. I didn't always get the first sale the first time I called, but guess what? The more that you talk about it and the more that you keep calling back, you know, hey, is your store opening when the lockdown is ending? You always want to be there, right? Establish that connection now, because when a store does open in the future, right, you want to call them back again, and again we deliver the same speech, right? So that's what I would do, guys. And again, it's I'm having so much fun with this product, and people are just wowed by it. They're just wowed by this product. And so all in all, I want to get a chance to open up the call for people that had any comments, questions, or thoughts. Oh, I see someone here, Dion Cousins. She sold some sprays to the cops who already knew about microsilver, right? So yeah, so actually, Christine, you can ask that question on the next product call. Like, how much do we have of microsilver in our solution? I did have that question as well too. I am curious, but but let's just say even if it was the same, I just want to put it out there, right? Even if it was the exact same percentage, exact same pricing, even your members pricing, let's call it that, we still get CV, we still get car bonuses, we still get MGRS, we still get binary commissions, right? We still get opulence points. You don't get that with other products, right? And we have the best collection. We have protection inside and outside, right? So anyways, once again, thank you so much, Rico and Amajit, for allowing me to wake up really early this morning after going to bed at 2 in the morning and share this
Rene.
training with you guys. Thank you.
Well, Rene, thank you so much for this very powerful information that you have just shared with us. Well, before we call on some of the people here who probably would like to share it too, just want to ask and clarify how careful we should be sharing this kind of information, because I know that with this wonderful, powerful information that we have just learned today, you know, the mind of the people here are already thinking, okay, I will share this in this platform, in this platform, this platform. So can you give us a little bit of a guideline as to how much,
Yeah.
what is allowed to be shared? Yeah.
I love Rico, always treading on careful grounds and waters. And of course, that's why we appreciate Rico. So I would definitely share this one to one. So with all of the people I talk to, it's funny. Like the person that bought it from the sushi restaurant, I didn't even have to send them this. They just want to buy the 4 bottles. So you might find that you don't even have to send this stuff to get the sale. Does that make sense? Because they might just trust you. Um, or like for Dion Cousins, the cop already heard about MicroSilver BG. So I would sort of send this when needed. Um, but what I did do though is on my WhatsApp, I did start. I made a little script. I started messaging all my friends and family and prospects, saying, "Hi guys, just want to share with you guys that our product hit the news. Here's the link. That our Microsoft BG is very effective against COVID." And so, but I sent that one to one directly to my people. If you look at my Facebook, I haven't posted it on my Facebook yet because I'm not even really sure. I'm sure we can, but I haven't done it yet because I probably want to run by and have a chat with Sinaz and Ramin first. Because again, the thing is, they don't on the last call they didn't want us to share publicly that is antiviral. So if you write in your post, "Hey guys, MicroSilver is antiviral," no, like that's different. Can we go and post this as a link on our Facebook? You know, I want to say yes, but I'm not going to say that just because I'm going to run it by corporate as well too. So I haven't done it yet. So maybe follow my lead. And again, you don't have to do that, right? It's you posting on your Facebook. Honestly, you're much more effective posting it as a link, as a direct message to your contacts. So maybe monkey see, monkey do, and or smart see, smart do, and do as I do kind of thing. And just send the links directly to your prospects.
Yes, Rene, I just wanted to post that question because I know that a lot of our partners right here, right now, would love to share this information to their list, to everyone on their list. So,
Yes.
yes, and we have here Miss Nancy Nicole from Scotland, UK, who's raising her hand. So,
Yes.
hello, Miss Nancy.
Oh yeah, but Nancy. By the way, really key point. So what Rico's thing was saying, it's much different sending this link directly to someone than posting it on your Facebook or like you know what I mean. It's completely different. The effect is completely different. You want to send it directly to your prospect. It shows more of a genuine like and trust, right? It allows them to respond to you. You blasting it on your group chat or Facebook, it's not gonna do the same thing. Yeah, so yeah, Nancy, go right ahead.
Yes, Rene. Actually, really simplified my post. I just said, um, I just said available on hand. Microsilver spray. You can sabi ko, and I said you can spray it on your inside and out of your mask and stay 7 to 14 days. That's it. And then Facebook happened to stop me on that, and then I got this message from them, and it says. It's really funny because I was really very careful about that. But what I got was a message that says, just a minute, just a second. It says here, we're taking steps to help people buy and sell with confidence. Businesses can now identify products that are potentially fake or infringe on their intellectual property. And in some European countries, people selling for business purposes need to provide information about themselves, including their name, address, email, registration, and or VAT number. And I was like, oh my God, that's a lot. So I don't know how we can post this on our Facebook, even just the bottle. I really, my post was just like available on hand. That's all.
This
And
is
then I was
why
stopped. Yeah.
this is why so many people are having an issue with Facebook acquiring WhatsApp, and WhatsApp with the new privacy law because they're almost becoming like they're almost policing us, you know. And
Yeah.
so it's a lot of the free speech issues that people are having. But again, honestly, if you were to ask me, even on Facebook, like I do post up because you know you want to put it in people's minds, right? But what's going to
Mhm.
be 1,000 times more effective? I'd rather you message every person that's in your Facebook friend list than
Yes.
doing a post on your Facebook, honestly.
Yes,
Because
I understand. Yeah, I think that's the thing that we should be aware of as well. Even though in the European countries we're a bit open on this, because as I've said, one of the supermarkets here are already using microsilver on their trolley, and it's a big poster, a sticker that says that. So I was like, oh, they're already aware. But you know, I reposted it again and I just said microsilver and it was okay.
yeah, you know what? Do me a favor. You can be our you know, investigator and keep posting, keep adding more words until we find the
Yeah,
cutoff, right? So
yeah. I
yeah.
think that's what I will do, Rene, because
Oh,
I
you know
said,
what?
oh, you know,
Yeah, what's really
yeah.
funny? Can I show you guys something? So yeah, you know, I've been training the whole time, so my phone's been again messages, right? Can you see the one from Angela? What does it say? It says, "I just got this just now. I would like to order." Sorry, gonna how I show this thing. Okay, so here it is. She goes, "I would like to order the spray, please." Like I just got this, like literally, and look, what I sent to her. Look, what I sent to her.
Amazing, amazing,
The
Rene. Thank
exact
you for
link.
the tip. Yeah.
Yeah, the exact things I'm telling you about that I sent to her. She's the lady that sold me my $4.5 million home. So she works for Calmo, which is a builders, right? So what I did was I said, Angela, can I come by and I want to share with you this amazing new product that we have? Because she was buying 4 more bottles of Fountain of Life. And so I brought the spray over and literally I just talked to her. I said exactly what I told you guys, right? The COVID, the mask, right? Long-term protection. I even shook it and I sprayed it on her mask because she was wearing a mask inside and outside. I sprayed it on her hands as well too. And she said, "Could I'll let you know." And I said, "Yeah, sure, no problem. You know, let me know because the early bird special is ending this month." And so I just got a message this morning from her, right? So hope that that's more proof that what I'm saying does work. As long as you're getting out there and you're breaking down the fear, and you're sharing this stuff. So hope that helps, guys. Might
Wow.
be going back to bed soon.
Wow, that's really powerful. And just a heads up, no, particularly for the Philippine team. Right now, we still do not have the microsilver spray here because, as you know, if we have an office here, we have to have the product registered for us to get the inventory here at the office. And right now, we are already in the process of registering it. Um, Requirements have already been passed based on the requirement of our FBA. And once it is ready, then we will be having the product shipped so that we can have already the inventory. But nonetheless, you can still pre-order um, and have these products ready before before the price increases. Okay. So that's
Absolutely.
just
Oh,
that's just an additional information because they're very excited about this, and yet we still do not have inventory here at the
I know the
office.
feeling because actually, by the way, I was already selling this last year, so I didn't really know when it was going to come out. I just told people we're getting it soon. The target time frame is sometime in the new year, is what I said, like January February time frame. Well, I was already selling this back in November,
Mm,
so that was like 3 months before we even got it, right? So because again, it's not like the work that you do now, you won't reap in the benefits later. You're
yes.
laying down the path now. You know, you're paving the path for the future, right? So by all means, keep on sharing this stuff, right? And
Yes.
again, this might be a great way. It's saying, by the way, while we're waiting for it to arrive, do this instead. Once you're done, say, I have another product that is super effective. Again, only we can say this in helping with viruses internally, and that is this product here, right? Fountain of Life. So last time I shared with you guys the links, right, as to what's really powerful about. Um, so again, ACE2 receptor. What you want to say is that they had determined, the scientists have found out that COVID-19 enters your body through the ACE2 receptor. So I'm gonna tell you the detailed version and then what you can say to the prospect, all right? Because they already want to prevent COVID on the surface, right? Right. So, but the ACE2 is, so again, is where the COVID links onto. So think of it like this, right? This diagram here, if I can expand it. Um, so here is COVID, right? It's called COVID. The COVID stands for corona, and corona means sun in Latin, I believe, right? Because it has all these legs, right? Like the sun. And so the way that it gets into your cells is on your cells, you have this receptor called ACE2. And once one of the arms uh, latches on to a receptor, and it's really easy to latch on because there's so many arms, right? That's why it spreads so quickly. And it's enveloped in this casing, as we mentioned before. Once it latches on, COVID enters your cells via the ACE2 receptor. Once it is inside, right, it can start to replicate the virus. All right. So viral entry, replication. Okay. And the ACE2 normal function is blocked, right? So just understand, simply, in simple, to explain to your prospects, COVID enters your cells through the ACE2 receptors, and it spreads that way. That's a simple one, right? Okay. What they also found out was for the ACE2 receptor, um, and lignins, is they found out that lignins, which are also found in flaxseed, of course, are what? ACE inhibitors, meaning it blocks the receptor. So these are two links that I also use to send to people as well too, because I just become really good at sharing third-party media because it does the talking for you, right? And so, but this article also talks about how it's really great for treatment of hypertension, like people that have heart issues, right? Because again, a lot of the COVID people that died from it had heart complications, right? But long story short, basically plant phytoestrogens, lignins are phytoestrogens, right? It's a plant version of the estrogen, hence it can balance hormones for men and for women. But plant estrogens have inhibitory effects on the ACE. In other words, it can help to block the receptor, and so one, it's harder to contract COVID, and it will stop the replication of COVID in your body if you were to get it. So, but is it guaranteed? No, because you have all these receptors on your cells. It depends on how much of the lignins you're intaking, right? It's like a lot. So, but the whole goal is if you can cover most of the receptors, then you're more protected, right? Does it make sense? So it's not guaranteed 100%, but it does raise the odds of you preventing yourself from actually getting it, right? Or if you do get it, prevents the odds of you really getting sicker with it. So, but again, can a company post this kind of stuff on the internet? Did I post it? Not really. I sent the stuff directly to my people. So while you're talking about and you're leading with MicroSilver and you have that conversation going on, because you don't have in the Philippines MicroSilver yet, do this. And I'm going to go and grab these two links for you guys. Okay. Oh, you already have this one. Oh, I don't have this one here. You know what? I'm going to add it to our list in terms of how does it kill the virus. Remember that one? This is the one that shows how the silver, a powerful weapon against blah 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 blah. So, okay, so there we go. All right. So now you have that link as well too. And then I'm going to grab this one here. What is ACE2, and send it into your group chat for you guys, to everyone. Where's everyone? Everyone. Okay, so there's one link. All right. And you can just type in what, ACE2, right? And then the second one is how phytoestrogens or lignins. So really, you have two of the most will be sought after products in the market at your disposal. So hope that helps, guys.
Yes. Thank you so much, Rene, for that. Very powerful. I was supposed to say David, but because how were you able to find all of this, Rene? And it's just that this is your passion. This is something that you do to help the team, to lead the team. Because this is something that is very very powerful, especially right now. I can just imagine some of our partners here just thinking about preparing their list, getting these links to be to be shared as soon as possible. So and as you know, this especially these products, even though they are not yet here in the Philippines, but just give them an initial information. By the time the products that are already available here, then you just have to, it's already here. The things that I'm sharing with you, it's already here. So now you can
Yes.
get your stocks, get your orders. So at least you're giving them information, opening up their minds that there's a solution. Again, there's a solution to the things that are happening around us. And the great thing is we have that actually the solution. So just to give you a heads up, particularly for this, I think when it comes to the cosmetics, it takes a lot shorter time for it to be approved here in the Philippines. So we're keeping our hopes up, and hopefully by February, we'll be able to get that approval from our.
I believe so because again, when things are used for topical use, and the fact that MicroSilver is already recognized across the world, I believe you guys should be getting it pretty quickly, given that your governments can move fast enough. Because I know some countries they have like snail pace when it comes to things, but I do think the Philippines is much faster. So fingers crossed, guys. But again, apply the training, and while again, so you want to mention that it's coming to the market soon, but then again, talk about Fountain of Life with the links I just shared with you guys. Yeah.
And just a bit of precaution. Sorry, Amarjit. I just want to add this up. Just make sure, because the government are very particular whenever we use the word COVID, cure, or anything. So just make sure that you don't use these terms so as not to also put the company in a position that it needs to defend itself. So it affects the whole totality. But I agree with what Rene has said. You can personal message them. You can say it's a personal message, so no one can touch you there. Okay.
Speaking of which, you gave me an aha moment actually. So you know how everyone's switching from WhatsApp to Signal, right, or to Telegram, right? And like if I open up my Telegram, it's crazy because it shows you which one of your friends are joining Telegram, right? So you see this, like these are all people that say, oh, just join Telegram, right? Every person that's here that just joined Telegram because it's private messaging. What should we be doing, right? I'm sure you download Telegram or thing, and if you go to the very bottom, it's going to show you all the people that just joined it. Why not send them a message? What's the harm that could be done, right? If you don't talk to them, the worst case scenario, you still don't talk to them. The best case scenario, you get some new sales, right? So again, I'll be doing that all day today. So again, on your phone, have a note section, create your own script, right? And once you have that script, all you gotta do is just change the name, right? So like literally, here is a script that I have literally on my phone. And again, this is just a sample of what you can say. So my script said, hey guys, just want to share that my company launched a new product. Most of us are currently using an alcohol-based sanitizer, which uses alcohol, brackets, bad for skin and health. After 2 minutes, dissipates, is useless. Our new MicroSilver BG spray is in the news and media. It's all natural, no alcohol, kills 99.9%. MicroSilver BG from Germany, 85 patent, continues to kill viruses and for up to 2 weeks. So once you spray it, you're set for a long time. It's great to use, especially for children because alcohol essentials aren't good. That's the script. Like literally, I just made that on my phone. Then I copy, and then of course the second part of that script was the link, right? The link to the MicroSilver killing the good for COVID. Those two things, and I've been getting responses from that. So it's that simple, guys. Like but we have to do the work, right? So sorry, because every time you talk, you give me more ideas. And I keep talking, and I want to become just like you now. Look at this.
No,
Here we go.
I just imagine, Rene, that by the time you posted that, that would be probably the most number of copy and paste that I have seen. Okay, so
Yeah, most likely, yeah. Or break signal.
and
So
of
Yes.
course, Amarjit, go ahead, Amarjit.
Yeah, yeah. No, no. Thank you so much. Very, very informative. What you have shared, Renee, is really, really good for us. And also in Singapore, we haven't received yet. We have done our pre-order, and definitely a lot of us have done bulk order because we want to be the first one to be out there to.
So get into the buffet.
yeah. By the way, I know how you feel because I haven't got my orders yet, but somehow people have got this before I did. But like I only had one bottle, right, guys? That I brought around and I was spraying on people. But the guy that owns that business, the monthly $20,000 a month rent, that guy, he stopped by the other day. He says, Rene, I need your spray. I said, but that's my sample bottle. I used it. It's like maybe like a third used. I said, I'm getting mine next week. So I don't even have my actual bottles here yet, but I've been pre-selling this, right? And he says, no, I need yours right now. So I actually sold him at full price. He said, no, I'll pay you full price. Give me what you have. So guy, I'm teaching you, like I don't even have the products. So it's not like I have it on hand. I'm teaching you what to do the same thing. I don't have it either, right? So just want to share that with you guys. Like literally, if you look at my floor here,
Yes.
I don't have the spray. I have all FOL, the other stuff. So,
Yes.
but
And
you
the
can
great
sell it.
point you raised there, Rene, is that the illustration that you gave. When you have a meal that's new in the market in the buffet, be the first one to share it.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
Maybe the first one, and people definitely when they see this, there will also be products that will be just like yours, but be the first one to share.
exactly. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
I mean, there's so many, it's about branding, right? How fast can you get out there? And again, we have an advantage. Why? Because we have hundreds of thousands of reps worldwide who are going to be branding this product for us, right?
Yeah.
So, it's all about branding, guys. And you're right, Rico, it's first to market, right? So a lot of the big brands you see now, they don't make anything really much more special than another brand, but they just did it first. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Rico.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Wow.
I can't imagine going to the Grab driver. Shh.
Oh my goodness! If I had Grab, because we don't really drive taxis. My God, you might want to just go and book yourself like a 2-minute Grab ride. Literally just go down the street and grab. Pay
Emergy,
like
you're gonna qualify twice in the MGRS because of that.
yeah, it's so funny.
Wow.
So
Yes.
this product, guys, have fun with it. Have fun with it. You know what? It's a different time to break from your comfort zone. Now's the time, guys. Like it's always evolve, right? We have to evolve. Otherwise, you get left behind, right? And so I've always learned that to reach the next income level. So if you're at the 3,000 a month income in your job and you want to reach to the 5,000 a month income or the 10,000 a month income, it doesn't require massive change. Or massive, it just requires a little bit to stretch your comfort zone, stretch it a bit wider, get more uncomfortable, and money's there waiting for you. So what I have learned in life is to become there's only one thing you should ever become comfortable with is be comfortable being uncomfortable. Get it's kind of, get used to being uncomfortable, right? And as you said, right, evolve now or you'll become extinct, right? Like if you had kids, do you teach your kids, hey guys, never change, always stay the same, don't learn more, don't try new things? Do you do that with your kids? No, right? You always want to teach your kids to evolve, learn, get better, try new things, explore, make mistakes. You will learn from them. So why do we teach our kids these things, but we can't follow what we teach? We can't practice what we teach. And so, I can't wait till to summertime because I plan to bring my kids, and knock on neighbors' doors and start selling this product, and here's a script that I'll give my kids, right? And Rex, Leon knocks on the door. I'm beside them, right? They could say, "Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Rex. Are you the owner of this home?" Yes, right. Well, basically, I'm here to raise some money for my future university education, and we're selling, right, right. Again, leverage, right? And we're here to sell a spray that can kill the same as your alcohol ones, but it's better for your health care for 2 weeks. Give them a script, right? They can read from it.
Yeah.
But these are the things that you want to do with your children because you're going to teach them these skills. My goodness, can you imagine if your kids learn these skills, you know, in grade 8 or high school, to break down the barrier of fear? Can you imagine how powerful they become in the future? In not just in a business, but even the corporate world, right? So these are things that as parents, we want to, lead by example. So hope that really helps you guys. Yeah. Oh, Liaw says she had chocolate almonds. Exactly, right? It's funny. People can go knocking door to door to sell cookies to raise money for a charity.
Yeah.
Why can't you raise money for your own future education?
Yes.
People can go door to door, or people can stand in front of malls asking for donations to, different causes. Why not ask for donations, or don't ask for free money, but sell products, or sell cookies, or sell this for your own savings, right? Absolutely. So it's always all up in your mind. So
Yes. And the great thing there, Rene, is that once the new packages are out, then of course the MicroSilver spray is there, and of course the new products that we have. So this is really a great thing that we look forward to as well. So
and you
Amarjit,
want to be,
yes,
yeah. So you want to become the person that is known as the MicroSilver guy or girl, right? But you have to establish that now. Like, I don't know Emoji is going to become like the MicroSilver person in Singapore, right? But you have to establish that now with your people.
yes,
So think about this, right? We know that we might not get 100% of the world's business, but no one does. But we'll get a lot of it. But the question is, do you want a piece of that pie?
yes.
Right? It's going to happen eventually. So it's either be someone else or it's going to be you. Make a decision right now.
I know in Singapore, some people call me the FOL lady.
Yeah. I remember she has a lot of names. When I was in Singapore, they call her Commander, AJ, it's weird Malaysian words, Singaporean words, and yeah, so now she's a new FOL lady.
Yeah, that's really a powerful combination. Actually, we have the most powerful antioxidant available in the market, and coupled with
Oh,
the
yes.
silver spray.
Yeah.
Actually, all of the products are truly phenomenal. It's just so amazing that we truly believe and love our products. It's not just about selling something that you truly don't believe in. So this is one of the things I love about it. So, Amarjit, uh,
Yes.
Anyone else on the call want to share a few words? This is an open
Yes,
call. Get
yes.
your questions. Ask your
Yes.
questions now.
You can raise your hand and share. We can unmute you
Oh,
anytime.
another one of MG's nickname is called Bouncer. I was like, who call you Bouncer? Like, so I'm with her in Singapore. Like, hey, Bouncer. Hey, boss. AJ. Jeet. Yeah, all these funny names. So it's she has a lot of. She's like a undercover.
we have Rama.
Rama.
hello,
Good
Rama.
morning. Good morning, Rene, Rico, Amarjit. Well, I don't know what time is Singapore, but it's here this morning time.
Singapore
So,
is 10:23 p.m.
oh, okay, guys. Good night to you guys. Then, well, today must be the lucky day for me. Usually, I'm asleep around this time. So this morning I woke up early. I was just checking and my WhatsApp, and then I saw the message. Her name left in the Western Alberta team. So I got a lot of training today, and I was wondering how am I gonna advertise or what am I gonna say for the MicroSilver spray. So I got all my trainings for the day, and I'm set to
Nice.
do to make more money. So thank you, Rene, for the amazing information and amazing tips. Yeah, always.
Thank
It's
you.
always good to listen to you.
I think we have this recorded, right, Rico? For others who want to listen in later on.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
But you have to pay for you to get the copy.
Yes.
Yes.
$1.
Like me, then.
$1.
Okay, we have Dorothy. She has raised her hand. Dorothy.
Okay.
Dorothy, let's.
We have,
Hi, Dorothy.
unmute.
You can unmute your mic.
Hi,
Hello,
Dorothy.
Dorothy. Please unmute yourself.
I'm very sorry, but hello to everyone. That was just an accident. I'm multitasking right now with my daughter online class at the
No
same time
worries.
listening to Rene and to everyone as well.
No
No
worries. Thank you,
worries.
Dorothy.
No worries, no worries, no
Thank you.
worries.
Oh,
And
Miriam Adams. Wow. Also awake in early Toronto time. Let's have her share a few words here.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to everybody. Rene, you always, I wish I could follow all your training. You're always fantastic. And Rico and Amarji, to you guys are power. I just received mine. I went and picked it up office. I picked up almost 3 bags of all the Fountain of Life and my spray. I had to give one for my daughter, one for my husband when he goes to work, and one for my other daughter. It's like I said, oh my God, I need more spray. I wish I could order more because the package I order, it's so I'll be left by one only now. And I just received this Friday. I took a video and I reposted. It's so excitement. We're very lucky to have this. And Rico, I'm waiting for the video because I was confusing about the timing. I was looking forward to attend, but I missed, I think, almost half of it. So I'm looking forward to get the recording. Don't worry, I'll pay for it. I'll give you a spray.
you know what? I will post it in my Opulence Global PH YouTube. So I'll just have to upload it because this is recorded in my computer. So I don't know, Rene, if this can be also shared to everyone.
Yeah, directly. Yeah, I think it should be fine. It should be fine. This video should be fine. Yeah, it's training
Thank
video.
you.
Yeah.
All right. Sure.
Shake, and spray. All right. Thank you,
You have to pay me,
guys.
man. Just give me a
And
spray.
Happy New Year. The people I did not see you guys.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Miriam.
Thank you, Marianne.
Thank you, Mariam. Well, guys,
Anyone else?
anyone else?
This is
Right.
your chance to share or ask questions.
Oh, how much will the spray be in SG dollars, Emergit from Emilda?
Okay, we are looking at $40.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost the same price. Almost the same price here in the Philippines. I believe we have the same price in peso. It's around 1,464 in retail price.
Retail
So
price.
yes,
So it's around the same. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we have to add tax as well, right? So yeah,
yes.
about the same price. Not off by too much.
All right.
Yeah.
I think there are no more who would like to share. But then again, thank you so much, Rene. And just before we end, just also want to note that there are a lot of links that Rene has shared with us today. Make sure that you share one at a time. We also
Yes,
don't want to
yes,
overload. We don't want
yes,
also to
please.
overload.
You know
Yes,
what I'm gonna
please.
do? I'm gonna make a script and because the link I sent to you was for the actual all the links, right? At the very bottom of the page, I'm gonna make a script for you guys. So to make it super simple, just go to the very bottom where you see the word script, and I'll post my script there with the link, and you can literally go and use that script. Sound good?
Yes, absolutely, Rene.
Can't become
So
any
much.
easier than that.
See, I haven't had dinner yet, so my wife prepared me a fruit. What do you call this? Fruit salad. So
Wow.
Wow.
Yes, I'm still in the office. I got a meeting. It was at 7 o'clock. So by the time I finished, it was about 8:30. I said, just nice.
wow.
Hmm.
So by the way, you're going home in a cab, right?
Oh, yes, I'm going to take I'm going to sell a bottle.
All right. So any closing words, Rene, before we wrap up this call?
I know. Just wanted to again, for me, I always want to encourage people to do more, because why wouldn't you? Like you're gonna put more time and effort into your job for what reason, right? You're gonna put more time and energy into things that don't make you get further ahead. Why would you, right? I mean, I hope you guys truly understand this. We all truly have an opportunity of a lifetime here, right on your lap with this product. I mean, and it comes down to what will you do with it? And for me, I was having a chat with my kids, and I think my kids are getting to the age now, around 8 and 10, who can have really deep conversations together. I do a lot of mindset training with my kids as much as I can. And I always tell them, guys, you want to always live life without any regrets. The one thing that I don't want to do is be, at some point in time, really old, hopefully really old, and look back and wish, what, I should have done that. I should have done this. I should have done that. I want to make sure that, at any point in time, when I leave this world, that I can, what, I have lived my life to the fullest. I did what I could at my best for my family, and no regrets, right? And I truly believe that if you don't put time into this business, I think you are going to regret that, because you could have really set your family's entire future on a whole different path. And so again, just don't be that person that regrets, and make sure you just work your butt up, because now's the time. Now's the time. So, and that's it for my breakfast. So anyways, thanks so much, Rico and Amajit, for putting together the call. And thanks for all of our teams that got on last minute in the markets, and we will have the recording for you guys.
Yes, absolutely. Amarjit, would you like to add up before we wrap up?
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you very much, Rene, for waking up early in the morning for us and slept late, yes, last night while we were having our Zoom call and all. All right, thank you so much. And Rico, thank you also to get this up and running, and always there to support all the Asia market, which is fantastic to work with you. And also thank you very much for everyone who jumped into the call. You definitely receive golden nuggets from our lifestyle director 4, and I have actually learned from him.
Yes.
So never stop learning. Yes, never stop learning. It's very important to jump to all calls, actually every calls, the corporate calls, even leaders call, because we don't know what we learn. Maybe we did not pick up first day. The second time when you listen, you say, oh, how did I miss this? So I find that every call is very important call.
Yes.
Yeah. And I know sometimes partners always say, oh, it's the same thing, it's a Zoom call, it's the same thing. No, it's not. During that call, you may hear somebody's testimonial that you have not heard before. So yes, maybe the product overview is the same, the business opportunity is the same, but the testimonial when person is sharing on that day, you may not know, and you may would have helped somebody who's having that problem. So every call is important to me, I find it.
Yes. I absolutely agree with that, Amarjit, because I once heard that, that the best time for you to attend a tour or a call is when you don't feel like it. So
Yes.
so you should attend when you don't feel like it, and because the trainings that you miss are the trainings
Yes.
that you need, the training that you need. So anyway, thank you so much for all of the people who attended here. And of course, I'll be posting this in our Opulence Global Philippines YouTube channel, so that you can also review it, go over it again. And I really love this call, because 2021, we really have a great future ahead of us, and yet we keep on putting much more. So this is truly something great for all of us. And of course, we as Rene has said, grab this opportunity. Be the first one to share. Be the first one
Yes.
to share. Be the first one to share. That's actually
It's
the
the
closing
beginning.
message.
It's the beginning. All right.
All right.
Thank you
Thank you so much, everyone. See you tomorrow at our forensic networker call. Don't miss that at 10 o'clock here in the Philippines and Singapore. Okay, 10 o'clock in the morning
Yes,
here in the Philippines and Singapore. Okay.
Thank
All
you very
right.
much, Rico. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Rene.
Everyone.
You can maybe
Yes.
take a nap now again.
Oh, you
Yes.
better believe it. You better believe it.
Thank you, Rene. There's a lot of thank you messages for you here, so I won't be able to read them anymore. But thank you so much. Very grateful for this, Rene. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Thank
To the
you.
billion.
Bye.
Billion. Bye,
Billion.
guys.
Billion.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.